Hey guys, what is up? It is Unobservant Gamer here. How's it going? And if you have watched my first 3 videos, you're probably thinking, wow, this is not Fallout New Vegas, and you would be correct, it is not. This is Hearthstone. And as you can probably see, if you've played the game before, you're thinking, wow, why does he not have all the classes unlocked? Well, I just actually made a new Battle.net profile so that you guys could join in the adventure with me, if you so care to do so. Basically, I went through the tutorial and unlocked the Druid because I wanted to show you guys to make a deck with you guys with the cards, basically the cards that you get right off the bat. I've only played one game with the Druid, and I basically just unlocked the Starfire because I got to level 2. So, if you haven't played this game, it is amazing, and it's, best of all, it's free. So really there's no harm, no foul in trying this game. I have played quite a bit on my other Battle.net accounts, so I am quite experienced with the game. For those of you who haven't played it, it's basically your average card game except for amazing. You have mana, and each turn you get a mana crystal, and each card costs so many mana and does certain things, and your goal, you each have 30 HP, and your goal is to reduce your opponent's HP to 0, however you can do so, and you win. There's 9 classes, I'll get to them in later videos, and there's 9 classes, and each of them has respective cards that are individual, like class cards. As you can see here, it says Druid, and then only these cards are available for Druid, and then there's Hunter. And for those guys that have played again are just like, ugh, oh my goodness, this guy, when will he just shut up and like play? So we're gonna make a new deck, and as you can see, I literally just started. I don't even have all the basic cards yet. You unlock them all once you reach level 10, I think. So let's make a deck. Wild Growth's really good card for the Druid. It basically helps you ramp up, which means gain mana crystals effectively. Yes, sir. Yes, I know how it works. Innervate's a great card. Starfire is good when you're first starting out because you don't really have a way to deal damage as a Druid based off of a spell at the beginning, because you don't really have much of an inventory at all. So yeah, I kind of wanted to just make this video kind of a basic, like, once you get the game, these are what cards you have. The game was criticized a little bit, as all card games are, for being kind of a pay to win kind of game. So you can you can buy these things called packs. Just a sec, I'll show you. You can buy these things called packs from the shop here, and they cost 100 gold each, or you can just buy like a crap ton for a lot of money. But each pack has a chance of, it unlocks new cards that you don't have pretty much, and each pack has a chance of being legendary. Legendaries are basically just extraordinary cards. So got criticized a little bit for being pay to win, because if you have the legendaries and all the good cards, it's a little bit easier to win than if you kind of have the crappy cards. So I kind of want to just make a video of just to show that hopefully I can win a few games on this video, that shows that you don't need to pay to win, and this game is amazing, and just kind of introduce it to the people that haven't seen it. Chances are most of you watching have been introduced to the game, and if you're looking for somewhere to maybe start, hopefully I can help you with that. Because it's a little intimidating to go in and just get destroyed by somebody that has way better cards than you that you've never even seen. So just hang in there, and you'll make her eventually. And every game, even if you do lose, you get a little bit of experience, so you'll level up and get at least all the base cards for the classes. And you get quests, which let you get gold, which then you can either go into the arena with, or you can get or you can get packs with, so even then you can at least get some of the packs yourself. So, in terms of spells, they're basically spells and creatures. Spells usually don't summon a creature, they deal damage or do some other effect. Healing Touch is probably not too bad to have at the beginning, because it's kind of your only source for health, other than the Voodoo Doctor. So let's just start going here. You kind of want an even curve, as in you don't want like a shoot ton of 1-drops and then like a 7-drop, because then you don't have anything to really play from 2 through 5, so, or 2 through 6, sorry. So you kind of need like an evenly dispensed curve. So Acidic Swamp Ooze is a great card early on because it destroys your opponent's weapon, and it's a 3/2 for 2. So I'm just gonna go through and make the deck and then talk about it. Let's see what we got to work with here. Haven't seen this little cards in so long. Let's go with a couple of those. I'll go through and explain after I'm done. Explain my choices after I'm done, kind of making the deck here. Any cards like this that summon another guy at the beginning, they're really good because you don't really have a lot of dudes that are worth the mana that you kind of have. Sentient Shieldmaster is a really amazing taunt early on because that's one of the only taunts you have, and it's a 3/5 for 4, so it's pretty good. This is a great card too. I might just throw 2 in there. You can only have 2 of one card in your deck at once in a constructed game. Sometimes in Arena you get the same card 4 times over, but you can pick it 4 times and it's amazing. Stormwind Champion's pretty good at the beginning because buffs all your minions. Let's get, what's our curve looking like? Let's get some 1s in there just to have something. Let's go with a taunt because we don't really have much. Let's go. Novice Engineers are great for card draw, and as well as the Gnomish Inventor. Actually, I'll take one of those.
Take her out for a spin.
One of those out and put another Gnomish Inventor in. Yeah, so my bad if I since I got a new profile here, let's just call it Basic Druid, I guess. Since I got a new profile here, you'll probably hear all the "Hey, you're just beginning" talk, so it's my bad. Yeah, each hero has a different power, as you can see here. Druid's power is actually really good. You get +1 attack this turn and +1 armor. So let's just yeah. So this is kind of I'd say it's a pretty decent deck to start off with. Kind of evenly curved. Don't want too many high drops, but don't want too many low drops either. You kind of just want a steady pace. You need basically a balance, depending on what your class you're playing. You need a balance of card draw, being able to heal, and being able to get little dudes out on the board, so that you just don't get destroyed, really, and being able to deal damage quite effectively. You're kind of, I don't want to say, you're kind of in a little bit of a pit at the beginning, just because you don't have so many of the great cards that you'll be facing against. But let's just see how we do and how we can do. I don't know if it'll let me play ranked because I haven't played a play game yet. Oh, it will. Okay, so you start at rank 25 and you work your way up. As you can see, I haven't even played a game yet. Just was so excited to play with you guys. If you guys are watching, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really be helpful to me, and just don't be afraid to give constructive criticism. Just please try not to be, you know, like a dick about it. But you know, I'll take the criticism where I can, just to try and improve. Improve upon things that I'm not doing so well in.
I must protect the wild.
So for those who haven't played, you get 4 cards at the beginning, and then 4 cards if you go second, 3 cards if you go first. And then you can choose to mulligan some cards back. Oh, I didn't really explain. You get 30 cards in a deck, and once you run out of cards, you start taking fatigue damage every turn. So don't run out of cards. So you want card draw, but not too much card draw. Also, you can only have 10 cards in your hand. So if you have 10 cards in your hand and you draw a card, it basically just gets burned. So don't try not to do that. I should have explained that before I did it, but basically when you go second, you get this thing called a coin, and it was Blizzard's way of kind of evening out who gets to go first and go second. So if you go second, you get a coin that gives you another mana crystal that is worth nothing. So as you can see, on my first turn, I played a 0 mana card that gave me another mana crystal to be able to play a 2 mana card. So he just Shadow Word Pain that. That is a horrible. That's just a mean move. Let's go. So for those of you who've played this, you're probably like, oh my goodness, again, this guy. But for those of you who haven't, hopefully this helps. It's kind of interesting to be back to basically where I started from so long ago. I think I probably started, I don't know, maybe 8 months to a year ago, I'd say. So it's been a little while since I've been at this kind of rank. I don't think I've ever been back down to rank 25 since the first time I was at rank 25 like this, so this is kind of interesting, but let's see what kind of people we go up against here. This guy's got some pretty decent cards for being ranked 25. These guys aren't available. These guys are in the newest pack here, newest expansion, so it turns out that he has, I guess, some of the cards that you must have dropped down to rank 25. See, as you can see here, this costs 2 mana, but it'll actually give me another one down here that I can use on subsequent turns. So I'm actually not gonna play another guy because it'll probably just get hit by this guy. So I'm actually just gonna do this and then. For the wild. Yeah, I guess I'll do that guy. Okay. Yeah. So depending. Oh, that was good. Didn't kill my guy. Depending on what kind of class you're playing and what you're kind of going for, you either make sure just kind of control. I mean, some funny ones like mill. Milling is basically it's basically making your opponent draw so many cards that they run out of cards, and then you basically kind of screw them over by making them run out of cards, and then they take fatigue damage and away they go. This is actually a pretty good card for Priest. If it doesn't get killed early on, I should probably hopefully try and kill this soon. If it doesn't get killed early on, it can put in some work and restore health to a lot of people, so hopefully I can get that sorted out. Ooh, that's a bad one. That's a bad one. That's okay though. It's okay. It's our first game. Let's just do this, and take this out, and then play this guy. Alrighty, yeah, it is kind of interesting. I don't want to say that you feel handicapped, as in like you're like a level down in terms of cards, but you are pretty kind of just not at the same level in cards at the beginning. I don't know if I'll even be able to win a game here, but hopefully I'll be able to make it. That was kind of a poor play on his part, as you can see, because he just played a 6 mana guy for 1 turn, and basically now I can kill him in 1 turn. So it wasn't really getting super value out of that card. So that's kind of what you want to be doing, is getting the most value you can out of basically every one of your cards. But try not to get greedy is the, like, yeah, that's... Priest always has the Shadow Word, so you can't really complain.
Repairs available.
That's an interesting one. This guy's got quite the array of cards for rank 25 here. Let us do this, I think is right, and then let's just kill this off because it's getting annoying. Sometimes it's best to not play all your cards, just so that just in case he plays a million, at least you have something to try and counteract. Hopefully I can try to get maybe two to 3-ish games here. Usually that's what's nice about Hearthstone. That's what I really love about it, is you can play, like, you can just hop in and play 2 or 3 games, and then hop back out, hop in for a couple half hour, play a couple games, and then hop back out, and it's really nice. And it's just a great game. Blizzard did an amazing job with this game, in my opinion. Oh, see, this is one of the cards that Priest is famous for, Northshire Cleric. Mostly because they have another card, I think it was used on me earlier, that deals 2 damage and heals 2 damage to everything. So every single minion that they have on the board that is healed, they get to draw a card for. So it's kind of annoying, but I think... How do we want to do this here? I think the play is to do this to get max value out of this. This guy's gonna get big. And then I think the play is to actually... How do we want to do this here? I think it's like this, like this, like this, and like this. As you can see, I'm running a little bit low on cards. Hopefully one of those Gnomish Adventure pops up and he doesn't have Shadow Word Death. That'd be so nice. Shadow Word Death. Shadow Word Death, in my opinion. Ooh, that's a bad one too. Mind Control is probably the stupidest card in the entire game, in my opinion. That's okay though, because I have another one. How do we want to do this? I think we just go to face, right? Or do we... You know what? I think we gotta do this, unfortunately. And then we go to face. Yeah, I think he might have us this game just from that stupid Mind Control. I hate that card, but, you know, it's in there. It was at 8 mana at one point, and then it got nerfed to 10, so at least that's better because it takes up their whole turn, but it still just makes me angry. So, you know, each their own. Hopefully he doesn't heal and hit this guy with the... We're looking in rough shape here, boys. Hopefully we're all right. We're taking some serious damage, but hopefully we're doing all right. Ooh, that's a bad one too. That's a bad one as well. I think we might have lost this one, guys. Yep, I think we're done here. So, if you don't want to go through the pain of state escape and then concede. Alright. I'll chalk that one up to bad luck, hopefully. It's just I think the Mind Control did us over. I also don't know if Sweet. Thanks, man. Also, this guy's voice is just, I love the accent. Come on in. Can't even do it, but it's just amazing. It's just like, when I play this game, I feel like it's just well polished. And you can kind of... I don't want to encourage this, but I feel when I'm doing homework, I can kind of play a turn and go back, do a quick math question, go back, finish my turn. Probably not encouraged for all intents and purposes, but it's one of those games where you can kind of just hop in real quick, play a game or two, hop out. It's really good. Really good for that. Yeah, so hopefully you guys have been enjoying my videos. I've been trying to make them to the highest quality as possible. Still kind of new to this whole how it all works thing. I've been trying to do my best. Super excited to be able to finally... I haven't had really a PC capable of handling most games for a while, so it's really interesting to be able to have one that, you know, I can run games at the same time as record and just do a whole bunch of stuff at the same time. So it's pretty interesting. I was always into console gaming, pretty much until a couple months ago. So yeah, PC gaming just feels so much more. How do I say this? So much like, obviously it's faster, but it just feels so much more like, for example, that whole thing in I don't know if you guys if you watch my my first couple New Vegas videos, there's one in there where I talked about just being able to turn in Fallout New Vegas. On the console, the sensitivity on the controller wouldn't let you go pretty much slower or faster than, I don't know, how fast is that? Like a quarter rotation per hour. It kind of just took away from the experience because it kind of got to you after a while. Just like it just kind of got to you. I'm not sure what I play this. I think this is the correct turn. I think that's the turn. An interesting thing about this, also I should say about this Wild Growth is, if you wait until turn 10 to play it, you can't really gain another empty mana crystal, right? Because you're only allowed up to 10. Should have said that before. So what it does is it actually lets you basically draw a card for 2 mana. It'll give you excess mana, and it'll let you draw a card for 2 mana. Is essentially what it does. What do I do here? I think the play is to Frost Wolf.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
I think that's correct, but then I don't want to do it with that one. I think I do it like this. Just so that, just in case he... Warlock's hero power is to take 2 damage but draw a card, so whenever they take damage on this turn, which you can inflict really easily as a Warlock, this thing gains a lot. So we want to minimize that as much as possible. This guy also seemed to have... Ooh, that's a bad one for us. This guy also seems to have quite a bit of good cards as well. So I guess people that are dropping down to rank 25 here are doing pretty well compared to how they used to be doing. Oh, that's good for us. We can just get sometimes, even though I could have just done what 11 damage to his face, sometimes it's just better to have a clear board. As I'm sure you guys, if you play this game or will play this game, you guys will know or have known. Sometimes it's just better just get rid of the stuff on the board and then you don't got to worry about it. Okay. See, there's the healing touch we needed the last game to stay in it. Didn't quite make it, but that's okay. I think I'm going to save this for card draw. And then sometimes, like, see how they only have 2 attacks? Sometimes you can just... It kind of, you learn when you start playing. Yeah, so this is kind of just a video that I just wanted to start doing Hearthstone videos because I love the game so much. Also, the music, if you guys get a chance, just listen to these sick beats. Pretty much the best. Oh, of course, right as they turn off here. Oh, and we got a lead seed. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we might have just enough time to squeeze in one last game. Let's do it. Okay, so we're 1-1, and we've basically been using the crappiest cards in the game, so that just goes to show that guy had some pretty good cards when he was laying down on the board. That you can do it with pretty much the intro level cards. One critical card, I wouldn't call it, well, it's pretty critical, that I'm kind of missing is the swipe, and once you guys start playing, unless you've been playing for a while, you'll know that that's a pretty damn good card to have as a druid. So basically deals 4 damage to 1 enemy and 1 damage to all the rest of the enemies, so it's very good, very good. It kind of hurts not having it at the beginning, but you know, we'll get there. This is, I wouldn't say it's key, but it's a very good card to have in pretty much any deck that you're going to have a lot of guys out on the board, because game +1/+1 for every other minion, and it's already a 4/4, so if you have 2 or 3 minions, you're already at, what, 6/6 or a 7/7. So, pretty good card. This is also a great card just for card draw, so I'm sure you guys will get in the swing of it. I hope to do one of these videos for hopefully every one of the classes. Would be kind of what I'm aiming for. Be really nice. And then just maybe whatever decks after that. Maybe some arena play. Arena's really fun to play as well. Except for you do need a kind of an entry fee, but you can build it up. Not that badly. Yep, there's Warrior's armor up, hero power. Gives him 2 armor. I think we just hero power and beat him in the face. 2 arms. Also, some of the yeah, like I was saying before, the polish in this game and just like when you play a card, it kind of has like a battle cry, not a battle cry in this sense here, but a battle cry, and when you play it, it'll say something, and some of them are just so good. I think my favorite one's gotta be either. We don't have either of them yet, but it's gotta either be Aldar Peacekeeper from the Paladin, if you guys know what I'm talking about, if you guys have played this before. Aldar Peacekeeper from the Paladin. Follow the rules. Or, what's the other guy called? The Mountie Berserker. He's got a good one too. Oh man, that's a pretty good one. I don't want to spoil it, but they're pretty good. Mighty Berserker's a really good card. I think it's a 2/3 for 2, and if it takes any damage, it gains plus. I think it's 2 or I think it's plus 3 attack, so it's really good. In my opinion. What do we do here? Do we deal the damage and then hope he trades? Nah, I think we keep him. Because Warrior's got a spell that deals 1 damage to every minion, so that could wipe those out, and then they're not effective at all. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, this is just an amazing game. If you haven't played it, I recommend it highly. Even if you're not super into card games, like when I first started playing this game, me and a couple buddies were playing, and they'd already been playing for a little while, and I was just terrible. But I came in, I didn't even know what I was doing, and I think I won like 4 or 5 games in a row, using the just default mage class, and I was surprised that I even basically had a chance. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was doing pretty well, and it just kind of hooked me from there. Obviously, everyone's not going to have that kind of luck to win that many games in a row, but it just kind of hooked me from there, and I don't know, it's just a great game. Like I was saying, it's just a really great. Ooh, that was kind of a poor play on his choice, on his. Then I'm just gonna. Yep. All right, didn't need that. It's kind of a great way to just pop into a game, like I was saying, and then just pop right back out and go along with the game. So, like I was saying, this card right here, Swampu, is actually very effective. Especially with Warrior, usually runs a lot of weapons, so basically they play their weapon and you just go BAM, and their weapon's garbage. You killed it. Amazing. You feel awesome too. And that's another thing with this game, when you get the plays that you want, oh, does it feel good. Like, you just feel like a whole new person. It's incredible.
What now?
So I'm going to try and keep this video not running too long. Hopefully we can win this one. It looks like we're in pretty good shape to win here. We can win this one quite quickly here. It doesn't look like this guy has too many of the non-starter cards, if any. Also, what's really cool, if you hover over this thing, you can see a like a play-by-play of what happens, and if you hover over it, the sound gets kind of dimmer, kind of dimmed, and then you go back out. Oh, and it's back louder, and then you go back in, and it's a little bit lower. Just a cool thing, in my opinion. So what do we got? We got 7, 9, 14. Ooh, we're a couple damage away, so I think we're gonna go with the safer play. And let's run out 2 guys, just in case. One thing you do gotta watch against playing Warrior is one of the newer cards. It's called Brawl, and basically it. Every guy here, every guy that's in the field, it'll throw them all to the side and then pick one to stay. So you can kind of get screwed over if you have like a million guys on the board and he's like, ha, brawl. So you gotta be watchful for that. But I think we're in pretty decent shape even if he brawls.
What now?
Yeah, so the kind of key like learning element for this game is just knowing kind of like what a warrior's gonna do. Like when you play a card, is he gonna they have certain ooh, oh, we're good. Certain kind of counter attacks that you're kind of used to, kind of get used to everything. And same thing with Druid. Force of Nature Saboteur is a huge one, but I don't quite have those cards yet, so ooh, and we're there again, man. Alright. And we hit level 4, so that's good. And we unlocked the Warrior because I hadn't played against him yet. There's the Saboteur I was talking about earlier. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I can keep doing all the classes. Be sure to drop a like, a comment, or subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this. It's a very fun game in my opinion. If you haven't played it, go out and get it. After all, it is free, so all it costs is... Oh, let's just... all it costs is nothing, really. Just some hard drive space. Let's just demonstrate this real quick. So you get cards in a pack, and then if you highlight them, like these 3 will just be normal ones, and these guys are, I think, rares. So if you just do this... I don't have any of these cards yet, because they're all new. And then these 2 will be more rare. You can see that by the the color of this diamond thing in the middle. This is a great card. Haven't really used this card before, so. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. And hopefully I'll be back with more Hearthstone. Thanks for watching, and have a great one.